this is what 111, and today we're going to be running some more HO trains. Also, Happy New Year. Like usual. I think SMT is streaming now, but... I've kind of learned just to be about this speed and then it doesn't derail after for a while. That said, the thing does like to shake, and I mean, I'm gonna give some slack here for Lionel. I mean, it's their first time really back in the market, so... I mean, the Rolling Slicks actually hasn't given me problems once, so... I mean, I do like the fact that I have sound on DC, which is great. That might be the only reason why I buy from Lionel. Because I actually gonna get a couple more passenger cars. I believe in like I was watching the video, because someone was just showing everyone the catalog. That, well, I think it was the last one for 2019. There are another Santa Fe set. This time it's military based, but you can buy the passenger cars separate this time. So I might be doing like a military mix with this one. I don't know, kind of, and it looks like now they're actually going to have interiors. So, I mean, this was the first step. So I mean, now we're getting better quality. 'Cause the locomotive's just 4100. No. Yeah, 4100. Yeah. I mean, all my locomotive. Okay. It kind of reminds me. It still looks better than a Tyco. Because this is not complete Tyco. This is after my dad did some modifications, but all my dad's stuff from Tyco was modified, so. Yeah, so I'm debating if we're gonna have the layout over there still or over here, because I do have the space now, except for the cajon set. The cajon set's the only thing that's this box is like. I haven't put it away yet. Yeah, there are traction tires, which does suck. You know, it does say if it has a... Yeah, it says maintenance free, but we all know after about 10 years they do need maintenance. Cause like the motor itself might be designed for it not to need maintenance right away. Which makes sense because Lionel typically I know has at least motor quality. The thing definitely does have horsepower. I mean, this is running half speed. And that's just also because I don't like it derailing right now, so that's why it's running so slow. Because, okay, technically it should be 22, but we'll see what happens when we get the layout finally. Probably be like a, okay, actual trackers will be 4x8, but the actual layout will probably be more like a 6x8. So you're like, well, why don't you just get a 8x8? Or an 8x16. Well, I mean, 8x16 would be possible, but that would never fit. It has to be out there more, which it probably has to be over there. But that corner's really crammed then. See, I think if this was like the bar wasn't here, we wouldn't have. You could easily. I mean, yeah, obviously it has moved at least somewhere else, but. Yeah, okay, if this thing dies, I'm gonna have to run up and get batteries. I've been running this thing pretty much non-stop, so both of these things run. And I took a really neat picture yesterday. It was like, I had like all the lights off. It was like, because there was no light coming from the window, because it was like 7, I think it was like 10, almost 10 o'clock at night. I just had the flash on, and legit, you just get this amazing picture where just darkness just starts showing. And I forgot how much this kills my battery. So I'm going to turn down screen brightness as much as I can. A little bit darker. Try to save battery as much as possible. Because outlets, okay, yeah, we're using 2 right now. Which, let's face it, on the actual one, we're probably using 2, 3. Possibly 4. At least 2, because I'm going to need power packs for 2 lines. Like, one will be more or less the main, but the nice thing about this sucker is it doesn't matter about how much power's to the track. So I'll be able to throw this out in the line whenever. Probably. This is classified as passenger, though, so... But, I mean, you always could just uncouple the cars, and it's a freight locomotive. Because technically the Berkshires were used for freight as well. But they had the capability of doing both. Santa Fe was the only Western railroad to actually buy them. Unfortunately, none of them survived, so... But we know what the Berkshires did look like. There are a bunch of pictures of this locomotive on Google. Ah, crap, pilot wheel. I just saw that. Every time. I do love a chuffing. Why do you always like to derail? See, now today's the pilot. Like, yesterday was the driver. Well, not the drivers. But it was the, Alright, we're gonna give it up. It was the trailer trucks. Yeah, I don't know if you can see how well. So right now we're running 3 locomotives at the same time. Sheesh, this thing has been on for probably good. Both of these engines have been running for a while. This thing is warm. This thing's been running for about 3 hours now. Straight, no brakes. Okay, except for the Berkshire every time it derails, but... Yeah, the only problem I have with the sound system on this thing is the chuffs. It's based on how fast the tender wheels roll. So if the locomotive like derails and stuff, you just hear no sound. You'll just hear chuff, chuff. It'll sound like it's idle. Otherwise, it's in sync. I would kind of wish this thing had a smoke in it, but I mean, that would be a pain to install because there's no space. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could flip it, but I don't use reversing this much. But I wonder what the sucker would do on a brand new layout. Really any of these things, because these things have been kind of to deal with the easy track for their entire lifespan. Are you actually joking me? This trip is so much. I'm not You're not Rick's camera yet. Oh, just hit now.
What is the first one? Shit. I mean, the wheels are different on that. I got left in power, so I can call it usually.
I'm gonna go with power. Yeah, what's that? Alright, here we go. Did you... It already happened. Alright, I'm gonna investigate the curve. Because...
I need to go for clear right now, but I mean, it's not like that. I'm sure people are out here.
I just saw it. So I'm in a neutral bunker right now.
It's gotta be on the... What's up with this? There's another part where the extra one is... I'm trying to run it how it's slowly shifting the track. So I might be able to fix it.
That's nice. Okay, we're back. Sure. Yeah, I mean, no, but I'm assuming when I come to go to Europe, which is like 4 months now. Oh my god, that's surprising. It is 4 months. Yeah, 4 months, pretty much exact almost. A little bit more because we're leaving. Actually, no, it's pretty much 4 months now, actually. Oh, God, it's depressing. Yeah. Then we get to, start the goal. Which I'm assuming when that happens, one of these tables is going to have to be taken down eventually. I mean, I might move that over. Give me space to build, and then... Oh, son of a... I think I found a new fence.
The purpose now is to cut the machine what? All the way right. Really just slightly knock together. There's extra space in between the rails. Well, I think the render speed. I honestly think the extra space in there, so we have to watch the bad boys and like all the things makes things like the real possible sort of 30 seconds. What do you think of this? Oh, it's only that full. Well, at least enough for us to cut out already. There is no time to leave a point, but... Oh, that's nice.
And the Tickety Clack does sound really a lot like the rail, so... Every time I hear that, I don't like how this is just... Unless I see like wheels actually start popping, but... Yeah, it was just the extra joint, but also this is a magnetic rail, so it was separating it probably enough. Because now I don't see that. Yeah, so I have to control that with that. It clearly doesn't burn too much power. Probably stop the stream about 4 o'clock. But, because I got some track, but I need probably a little bit more. We have paper. I need to start drawing. And I have a couple ideas in mind. Yeah, the Culver's is actually down there in that thing, but... I haven't got time. I'm not even going to build it right now until I know what I'm going to do. That's going to go on there, though. I might get a couple more steam engines, but I don't know how many more diesels, because, I mean, I've kind of gotten sick of Athlete. Because I'm going to need space for a rolling stock, and that's for sure. But the thing is, I think once we get track down and stuff, we'll definitely go back to running. Except for the, well, actually, I might be when I do track. I probably do most of the road bed when I'm doing it. Kind of work on a section, have that glued down, lights. Work on a previous section that's already glued. Get some of the road bed like the actual gravel and shit. The foam stuff's quite permanent, so. Like, obviously, we'll do some practice bends first before I, because sometimes, like, you get to the point where you're like, oh, I don't like that. So if I have room, I might add, like, some spurs or something. Just noticed a little bump. I want him to fix that. Okay, so it wasn't the locomotive itself, it was just me putting the track together terribly. Because I'm so used to rail joiners. No, the only reason why I didn't work on this is because the switch is utterly terrible. No, I had my because even that locomotive, it still shakes. Everything shakes a little on that switch, and the problem is, like, it's raised instead of at ground level. Like, it actually goes, every car kind of hits and that's just how it is. It sucks too, because you literally have to hit a bump just to switch, which shouldn't happen. So my other one like that, it's the one that I never used. Well, this is a brand new switch too, so. Oh, SMT lost connection. So this got a notification. Trying to compare. Yeah, but even here there's not a bump. Yeah, I don't know, like, oh, I just caused a derailment by myself. I accidentally kicked the locomotive. Oh boy. Yeah, and the thing's gonna say I literally just derailed it. Yeah, no, that's stupid, oil things in it. This is really easy already.
and then I think it's fine. There we go. That's what I want to hear. That's what it is.
Anyone say anything?
Did you?
Oh, this one.
that light. Yeah, I don't know if it's back system. Maybe I took the light earlier in the cover poster.
Alright, back on track. Every time I have a stream, something typically breaks. So I'm gonna stay away from... No, and I mean, I was legit, like... I just, like... I think it actually hit my... I think it actually hit me, because I was just sitting by the track, and I think I might have been moving my foot at the same time. But I thought the train was over there. Yeah, so it looks like 2020 is going to bring a lot more stuff from Lionel HO, which I am actually quite happy about because that's the only section of scale I actually... Okay, if in retrospect, if I have just some extra funds around and I just want to put some little O-gauge thing up on the floor, I might. So we technically have N-gauge locomotives, no track, so I don't even know how good quality those things are. They've been in this box, so I'd assume they're somewhat... It's got couplers, we're fine. Because I'm sure NCL you can do a lot, but I mean, I'm not... I prefer HO. Because they just... Lionel did introduce Flex Track, too. So this time it's legit, I think, full. I mean, they've been kind of getting into it, I think, the past years, especially with the Polar Express. This was like... My hobby shop is yet to carry that stuff on hand, but... I've also started carrying a lot more, like, Rapido, though, so I think it's coming. Because, I mean, they are official Lionel dealers, so I'd expect... Because a lot of their OEH stuff is Lionel. Not much MTH. I don't even know if they sell MTH. I don't look over there. Can you even see that? Yeah, you can see it for a couple seconds as it's lagging around. Yeah, this time I'm actually saying screw it with the speed. See, I think eventually, like, I'm not sure what's going to be first, layout or gaming PC. I'm assuming both. Just because... Well, I don't know, because this is going to be a pain in the butt to move. So I'm going to have to... I mean, the brewery, I'll try to include it as much as I can. Because I kind of like it, and plus it's already a pre-built building. I don't know about the other one. I probably will, but it's not a guarantee. Because that thing is so old, and I've had so many derailments, crash. That's what happened to the building, actually. Is because, It's crazy selected. I've had a bunch of issues where there was a couple spaces just before that curve, so it would actually come in and smack the thing. And I'm missing windows now because of it. The lights, I don't really give a crap about because those were bending anyways. They sucked anyways. They weren't even real, they were plastic. Like now, me being more experienced, my dad's like, oh, I don't think that's worth $200. And I'm like, this is worth $200. I didn't say that. Like, well, this was like $280, but after tax, but which is a far cry from the original. Yeah, but the only difference is this has sound equipped, rolling stock. Plus, it's a steam engine, so steam engines are always, for some reason, always more expensive. So I think they're a little bit harder to make, too. There's not like boom boom, slap a cover on. No, they take a lot longer to put together. We actually have a Bowser Decapod kit, too, and a Challenger, actually. Yes, we can flex on that. But I mean, I can definitely say that there's a lot more, it's a lot more railroading and stuff now. Well, I was never okay, I can put the Gamble on there. I mean, it's been sitting there since last night after, I think it was like right after I ended the stream because I derailed, and I said, screw it, I'm not gonna wait. Somehow, some way, it was like right above the table, I somehow dropped it. Like, pretty much just on the table itself. This freaking, coupler breaks off, so this time I make sure I put a lot on, and I just let it sit. Because I wanted to make sure there was some strength with it this time. Because for maximum strength, you're supposed to wait 2 hours. So whatever was left on there gets added to. Some weaker stuff will get added. Yeah, it's not derailing either. So I think it was just joints. I got worried sick though with that. Fact that I thought I broke a wire, but instead I was just it was out of place. See, because it's a plug pin. It's a pin plug, which I hate. Because that's the new style. It'll like, okay, it'd make more sense if it went from a 10-inch locomotive, not the other way around. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because, or at least they need to come up with, I think, a better system to, if they're going to use that. Because all it is for the sound decoder and lights. Figure out a better way to use it. So right now you can say this thing does work on 20-inch radius perfectly. Like, this is at full throttle too. I think technically that's going faster, but so because this is a smaller loop, it looks like that's going a little bit faster. But I mean, that thing's getting around about the same time that thing's getting around. So they're literally in sync. It's actually catching up to the local, so it's way faster than that. Okay, also weight differences too. I mean, that's 2 engines, 12 cars. I mean, I have a couple more. Well, there's actually 11 cars right now. I think it won't. Yeah, it's 11. 12's I can put on right now, and then there's 2 that I can't figure out what to do with them. So I might talk to my dad and stuff, depending on when those release, to get those, because, I mean, we have some military rolling stock, so it only, And Santa Fe was a major part of the war effort for sure. Because they had a lot of the, a couple of the other railroads as well had the military rolling stock. But the thing is, no one models that. So I think Lionel doing it is going to get them. I mean, they got my money for sure. Because I actually, despite it looking kind of plasticky, okay, I get that O'Gage is their main, but I give them like 2 years, and all of a sudden, Athearn might be in. No offense, Athearn, but you suck. Like, okay, one engine that looks good, runs really good. That Canadian National, the thing's broken down so much because the worm gear's locked. The worm gear officially is locked up. Because that's what was happening is the drive shaft would spin, the motor would spin, and then it would stall. Drive shaft would shoot out. And I literally open the thing, and then I just see this thing spring. Well, not okay. Obviously not up that high, but it will jump. Then I have to catch it. We'll figure out where it fell. It fell in. I mean, yeah. Technically, it's obviously I know what model it's based off, but. It's a different. I think it's a slightly different tender, different paintwork. There are obviously different. They might have just done that, I think, to get because I've noticed the new stuff, like the new military stuff. It's got, I believe, I don't know. I looked at it for a little bit, but I believe that might actually have a physical interior. So that might have been okay. We're gonna show off some vintage. Because in the GS4. I think came out in like 2000, early 2000s. So there has been some interest for sure by Lionel to get back into it, I think. But I think now they look, because I mean, Trainfest 2019 was the first time HO scale was part of Lionel's display. Because I mean, obviously it wasn't that much, but there's some box cars in there as well. I was actually quite impressed with the prices because all this stuff. But we need. Okay, some of it, a lot of it's Athearn. One Athearn blue box I have up there. That's the Burlington coal hopper. That was my dad's. So you're talking that's been on. It's on its second generation now of railroading, and it runs just perfectly. But also, he was in the transition between the Huckhorns and the KDs. The great battle between who's better, who's worse. And we actually have a crap ton of Huckhorns, so like actually sitting around. So if anyone needs some, I don't know why, because you're crazy if you do, because no one wants that crap anymore. The nice thing about KD is it's a little bit more realistic, prototypical too, but also it's not an eyesore too. Like if you're looking from far away, it's like, oh, it looks nice. Because the actual metal uncouplers, they actually, what they look like is they look like air hoses. So it looks like the train's connected with air hose. Unless you have a couple locomotives, because then it doesn't look too good. But I mean, from far away, it does look like they're. I mean, it probably won't show up on camera because this thing is lagging so much on the speed. My phone's struggling just to keep up. No. I haven't run the Metro yet this decade. Canadian National, God knows when that's ever gonna. If that's ever gonna run again, because Athearn doesn't really know what to do with that. Like, you could be nice and just send me a brand new one, please. I will take that. Like a brand new GP30, because they always make GP38s. And then maybe if I ever get around to fixing it, or not, I'll just put it on the static display. So that's what I was going to do with the BNSF. The problem is I just need to get a couple parts for it, and it's back to perfection. And the only reason why the wheel covers came off is overuse. Like, I mean, derailments, you have a 10-year-old trying to... Wait, no, I got the... I actually think BNSF is a little older. It's the same model. But I think the copyright on that was like 2008. Because I think one was announced like in 2004. I think it came out like 5, maybe 7. Because sometimes the announcements take a couple of years. Run the line. It's kind of weird that I have Lionel. And this ain't vintage Lionel either. This is running 2 decades. this thing just makes 2 decades. Oh, that's cool. Luckily it was not on the tracks, because that one pissed me off. But I do this a lot with the controller, so. See, I think what I might do is I might put a little holder on the layout, like just on the side, so I can pick it up easier, because right now it's just laying on the table. Maybe when I'm not using it, I might put a holder for it. I might just build that just so I have something that can hold it. And I mean, probably after this stream, besides me wanting to charge my phone, not gonna happen. I might go through poking through the Lionel catalog, because I want to look at the HO section. Because despite HO being unpopular amongst Lionel, it's gonna happen. The thing is, I'm like, I think 2, besides model train stuff, barely anyone's featured this model. Model train stuff featured the one for New York Central. They all have different whistles, I believe. Because this is a lower pitch, the other one's a higher pitch. So there are some differences between models. Even with sounds. I mean, probably the majority of it's the same, but I can actually mess with the whistle a little bit. But it'll never hit the same pitch. Why does it sound like I hear derailment? Who's derailed? Ah! Yeah.